Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this series, we are going to talk about Python projects. So we are going to explore e-commerce datasets. So let me ask you a question. If I give you these datasets, can you explain why customer return products? Why some region perform better than other? Or why discounts are helping the business? Most people just look at these datasets. But in this video, I will show you how to think like a data analyst, not just coding, but solving real business problem and solving solution and providing recommendation. So quickly, let's get started. Let's go to our Jupyter notebook. So I've created a new Jupyter notebook. So for example, imagine you are working as a data analyst in an e-commerce company. The company is facing a serious problem. There is high product return and there is delivery delay and discounts reducing profits. So your job now is to find insights, explain the problem, and provide solution. So quickly, let's get started. So let us import our library and also load our data set. So let's get started. Import our pandas as PD. Import. We are going to import our SQLite where we will load our data sets as a database. So we are going to import our Matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So let's enter. Boom. So quickly, let's enter our data set here. So we can now load our data set now. Let's load our data set in this variable pd.read csv. So this is our data set. Then close it. .add. So let's quickly enter and see our data set. Boom. So this is the first 5 data value. So we notice that we have our order ID, the customer ID, the products, the category, the quantity, the unit price, the discounts, the payment method, the region, the order date, delivery day, and returned. So these are the columns in our data set. So quickly, let's check the structure of our data set. So let's check the structure of our data set. So let's check the structure of our data set. So now let's explore the data type, the column name, and if there's missing value. So df.info. So boom. So these are data sets consists of 12 columns, and these are the columns: the order date, the customer ID, the products, the category, the unit price, and you can see here they are in the right format data type. The order ID is in int, the customer ID is in what? Int, the category is in what? Objects, and the unit and the quantity is what? The quantity is also in what? It's also in int. But let's check our date. Our date here is in what? Object. So we need to convert it to what? To date time. So we'll do that during the data cleaning process. So now this helps us to understand how our data sets look like. So now let's proceed. So we'll be creating our database now. So let me just quickly copy the heading. So we'll create a local database file where we'll store our data sets. In a company, data is stored in database, not Excel. So this makes it scalable and powerful. So we are storing our data sets in a what? In a database now. So let's connect now and create database. So for SQL3 dot connect to connect to our data. So you are creating a database. Okay, so we are naming it .b, as the format. Then we are saving our data in the database, that is to SQL. Before we create our database, let's check our data sets. If we have, let's check our data set if we have missing value. So quickly, let's check our data set. It's none. Let's check our data set if we have missing value there. Boom. You can see our data set is clean. We don't have any missing value in our data set. Let's also check for the statistic summary. Let's check the statistic summary of our data sets. So let's just check again before we go to the database. So boom. Okay, so this is the statistic summary of our data set. This is the main quantity, the main unit price, the main discounts, and the main delivery date. And this is this is the minimum unit price, quantity, discount, delivery day, and this is the maximum quantity, unit price, discount, delivery days, return. So these are the summary of our column that are number. So if you notice, it's only pick all the numbering column out. So this is the overall summary of our data set. So now let's proceed to our database. So our data set is clean, and we can proceed to our database. So now let's continue. So now we are storing our data frame in SQL table. So this stimulates company data storage. So now let's continue. So we are naming it our order. Connecting. Then if this data set exists in our database, it should be replaced. Should be replaced. Then our index equals false. So let's confirm our code. So quickly, we are creating a database, and we are naming it order. So if it already exists in our SQLite, it should replace it, and you should delete it and replace it. You should delete it and replace it with this. So quickly we enter. So let's see. I have an error. It's not defined. Let's check. Coming. We have an error here. Connect. SQLite. Okay. .db. Okay. Oh, did a mistake here. Oh, still have an error. Do you mean if this exists? Okay. I think I've seen error. If exists. Okay. Yeah. Boom. So this our data set now. We have stored it in our database. So this is, if this data set already exists, this should be what should be replaced. So this is our data set, and we have a total of what 1,200 rows and entry. So now let's quickly proceed to our analysis. So let's proceed to our SQL analysis. So this is our heading. So now we are starting querying the data set in our database. So now let's enter. So now you have to look for the what? The total revenue. So you have to look for the total revenue. So we are going to query this data set now with our what? With our SQL code. So now let's write our query. So I want to calculate. I want to calculate the total revenue for the company. So quickly now, let's write our code. So we select sum of our what? For our quantity. So select our quantity column and our price too. So quickly, our quantity, select the sum of our quantity, then times our what? Our unit price, then times our what? 1 minus our discount, divided by our 100 as what? As revenue. So let's from our order. So these are data sets in our database. So it's from order, that is this name, that is this order, then close it. Then let's execute our code. So let's execute our code. pd read SQL query. So we want to calculate the total revenue for the company. So we select our sum of the quantity times our unit price. We have a discount entry here, so we include discount because real revenue is after discount. So that's why we are subtracting our discount here. So let's enter. See, oops, see, I have an error. Syntax error. Unit price as select this discount as revenue from order. Let's check. Where is the error coming from? Okay, I think yeah. So boom. So this is our total revenue for the company. So this is our total revenue for the company. So now let's proceed to what? To the return rate. We want to calculate the actual return rate of our what? Of our products. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel and also comment on the video. So let's proceed. Let's calculate the return rate analysis. So let's write our code, our query, write our SQL code. So let's comment our work. We want to calculate our total order vs return order. So quickly, let's write our SQL code, select, then count, all as our total order, comma, then we sum our returned, as returned return orders, then comma, then we also sum our return, then times it by 1 and 0 divided by our count of all as return rates. From where? From our table, which is orders. This orders is from our table here. That will convert the database. So this is the name of our table. So quickly, let's finish up the code. Then pd.read, then read the SQL code in database, then print the results out in what? In data frame. So quickly, let's enter our code. Let's run our code. Boom, it works. So we notice that we have total order of what? 1,200, and this is the what? Return orders, and this is the what? Return rate. We notice that almost average of the products are returned, and in business insight, this is a red flag. And what can be the cause? Maybe there is poor quality issue, or even delivering damage, or maybe the product does not meet the customer expectation. So we notice that almost 49% of these products are returned, and this is the what? Return order, and this is the total order of the what? Of the products. So quickly, this return rate is what? It's a critical business metrics which we need to what? To take note. So let's proceed. So let's proceed. Let's check this out. So delivery performance. Let's calculate the delivery performance. So we want to calculate the average delivery time. So write our code, query, so we want to calculate average delivery days. So we select our average of our delivery days as our average delivery days. So these are delivery days. So we want to calculate the word delivery performance. So let's confirm our code. Delivery dates from our table orders. And now run our SQL in our database, then bring the results out in a data frame. That is pd.read SQL connect. So let's run our code and see. Boom. We notice that the average delivery days is going to like 5 days. So this is the delivery days, and we notice that not everybody will be able to wait for this product to be delivered by this particular days. So what does it mean in business interpretation? Customer expect fast delivery. From the analysis here, customers are waiting over 5 days for them to receive their order, which is very poor, and there is competitor. So a quick question: why do you think customer return products? So let's proceed with our analysis. Let's calculate the payment analysis. So the payment method let's calculate the payment method. So quickly, let's write our code. So let's comment. So revenue per payment analysis. So let's write our code. So select our payment method, comma, then we sum our quantity. Quantity times our unit price as our revenue from our order table. So select our quantity column, select our quantity column and our unit price. So to calculate our payment method, let's confirm our code. Okay. Then pd.read our SQL in our database. then come. So let's run our code and see. Boom. So these are the, let's think perform our code. Our quantity, select our payment method. Yes, okay. 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 Let's use group by. Let's group by payment method. So let's group by payment method. Let's see. From order, then group by payment method. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm expecting. So this is the payment method and this is the revenue. We'll notice that the payment method of cash is very what? The payment method of cash is we're having so amount. Payment of card, we have so amount, and payment of transfer, we have so amount. There is high payment of card. Okay, from the what? From the payment method analysis. So different payment method can affect the business revenue, and you can notice that our cash is generating higher revenue, then followed by our card, then followed by our transfer. So let's proceed with our analysis. So data cleaning. So let's clean our data sets. So let's load our data from our database. pd.read our SQL. So I want to select all from our order. So this is our table name. So let's connect. So let's run our code. So wait to execute. Let's see. Where is the error? pd.read SQL. Select star from orders. So it's orders. Okay. Boom. Okay. So we have load our data now from our database. So now let's perform our data cleaning. Let's check something. Boom. So these are data again. So now let's perform data cleaning. So let's, in our date column, we need to convert our date column to the right format. These are order dates. We need to convert it to the right date format, to the right data type. So let's quickly write the code. So our order dates is also pd dot date, time, then our order date. So quickly, let's run our code. Boom. So now let's also, okay, let's see. Our order date is in what? It's in object. So now we can convert it to date time now. So let's confirm. Boom. So our order date now is already in date time. So now let's create a what? Let's create a new column. So let us calculate our what? Let us calculate our revenue. So let's calculate our revenue. Just comment there. So once calculate our revenue, so we'll create a new column called revenue. Then we have our quantity, which is in our data set, then times our units price, which is in our data set, then times, then brackets, then let's minus our what? Our discounts. So we have discounts column, so of 500. So now we want to generate a new column, which is revenue. So let's enter. Boom. So we have created a new column now in our data set. So now let's also extract our what? Our months. Extract our months. So quickly, our months. So we are getting our month from our what? From our order dates column. So our order dates dot td dot month. So let's run our code. Boom. So now let's get our what? Our days. Now let's get our days. So days equals our days equals from our order dates. So we are getting our days from our order dates. Then dot dt dot day. So we want to get our day name. So let's run our code. Boom. Boom. So this is our data set now. We notice now we have our months, we also have our days, we also have our new entry that we just created. So we clean and transform our data set into a what? Into a meaningful features. So this is the new column that we have, which is our revenue, our month, our days. So now let's proceed to our what? Our discounts impacts. So let's get our discounts. So let's proceed. So now let's write our code. So I want to check our discounts, and this is, so now let's use our Python code dot group by. So our discounts. So using group by, we are grouping our discounts and our what and our revenue dot what dot me. So let's run our code. Boom. So now let's quickly see. So this is, we are using Python code here to run our discounts. So now our discount impact, whether our discount is affecting our revenue or not. So we selected our discount entry. We select our discount entry and our revenue. So we notice that here we have 0 discounts and we have over 2,350, 3,000. We have over 2,353, and here we have 5% discount. And this is what we have. Here we have over 10% discount. This is what we have. And here we have over 15% discount. And this is what we have. We notice that discount here is affecting the revenue. The higher the discount, the lower the revenue. Here there is no discount here. You can see that the revenue here is very high. But here there is discount here. But the revenue is coming lower. The more the discount, the lower the revenue. So are discount increasing revenue or reducing profit? We notice that for me now, discount is actually reducing the revenue. So now let's proceed. So let's check our returned by products. Let's run our Python code. So we want to calculate the average return rates per product. So now in our data, in our e-commerce data sets, we want to know the actual average return rate per product. So now let's use group by again. So we are group by the products. So we are selecting all our products. So select all our products. Then our and our return column dot mean. So we selected our products column and our return column. So these are our returned and our products. So these are our products. So we want to know the return rates per product. So quickly, let's run our code. Boom. So these are our products and these are these are the return rates. We notice that keyboard has over 48% return rate, followed by laptop, followed by monitor, followed by mouse, followed by phone, followed by tablets. So these are tablets has over 51% return rate. Almost half percentage of the of these products are returned. So what can be the cause? Maybe there is poor quality issue, or maybe the product does not match or does not meet the customer expectation. We notice that almost 48% of keyboard are what are returned, and phone is almost like 51% are returned. So this is the key insights that we're getting from our data sets. So some products have high quality issue. That can also be one of the advantage that is making it to have that is making us to have high return rates. So now quickly let's proceed. So let's check the delivery versus returned. So let's run our code. So we want to check if delivery time affects the return. So quickly let's write our code. So we are using group by our delivery. Let's just copy our delivery days. Copy our delivery days. So these are delivery days. Then and our return returned column dot name. So we are checking if our delivery time affects our return. So let's run our code. Run. So these are the delivery time, and these are the return. So this is the time. Let's see. These are the time, and this is the return. Here we have over 45%. Here we have over 41%. And here we have over 57% of the time. And here we have over delivery days and the time. So we notice that longer delivery may increase our return rate. So we notice that here is we have longer delivery time, and we can see that the return rate here is very high. Almost 56% of it is being returned. So the more the time is longer, the more the delivery days is longer, the more we have high percentage of returned. So let's proceed. So now I want to calculate our region performance. So I want to know our region performance. So quickly, let's write our Python code. So let's comment. So I want to calculate our total revenue per region. So we are using group by. So we are grouping our region and our revenue dot sum. So and to sum, we want to know different region performance differently. So let's run our code. See, we have error. Column cannot find revenue. Check. Think we have error somewhere. Oh, it's capital M. It's capital R. So here will be what. So let's run our code. Boom. So we have the region east, north, south, west, and from the analysis we have high percentage revenue from the what? From the west. So we've seen do the visualization, but now let's proceed. Let's check for the top customer. So we want to know our top customer. So who generates most revenue? So we want to know who generates most revenue to the what? To the product. So now let's group by let's group by our customer ID. So we are selecting our customer ID. So let's please select the entry. We are selecting our customer ID. We want to know which customer drive most revenue. So select our customer ID. Then our revenue entry. Then sum. Then we sort. And we sort our value so ascending order equals false. So we are starting from the what? Highest to the lowest. So we want to check the first 10 most generating revenue customer. So we notice that customer ID of 1003 has the highest revenue generation. So it's generating over 46,490.70. So it's generating the highest revenue so far in our data set. So it's the one that is what driving most revenue, then followed by customer ID of 1047. You can see we sorted it here. Ascending equals for simply means from the highest to the lowest, but ascending equals true is from the lowest to the highest. And this is the top 10th. So you can see increase it, but let's check 5 and see. And see this is the top 4, but let's make it to be 10. So now let's proceed. So let's proceed to our payments. I've done this. I think I've done this before. Check. Okay. So let's do the payments analysis. I think we have done payments analysis before. Payments analysis. We've done something like that. Okay, yeah, I think we have done something like that. Yeah. I've done the payment method. These are the payment method and these are the revenue. So we don't need to do that one again. Payments method. Okay, let's just do that one. Let's do the payments and analysis. That one is the revenue. So let's do the payments analysis. So quickly, so our payment analysis, so I'll go by so select our what our payment method. So here we're selecting our payment method. Then our revenue. Then dot sum. I just copy this. Let's copy this. Boom. So these are the payment method, and this is the revenue that we are generating. So we have high percentage of what cash revenue, followed by what, followed by card, then followed by what we transfer. So let's quickly compare this with the one that we have at the top. Okay, yeah, let's here. Here we wrote an SQL query. Okay, yeah. Here we calculate the revenue per what? Per payment analysis. That is the revenue per each payment. Okay, yeah. Okay. So here we are calculating the payment method. So now the next is the what? Visualization. Comment our code. So I want to plot revenue by region. So that's group by our region. Our revenue dot sum dot plots kind. So we want to use bar plots. Then our title should be revenue by region. So plt dot show, they will enter. Done. So this is our what? This is our visualization for revenue by region. So notice here we have high revenue from the west region, followed by the north, then the what? The south, then the east. So this is the visualization of this region performance. So quickly, let's do the last visual, which is monthly trend. So our group by, we are using group by. So pick the month and the revenue. Dot sum dot plot. Then plt dot title monthly revenue trend. So plt dot show. So quickly let's enter. Boom. So this is our what visualization for the monthly revenue trend for our e-commerce dataset. So we notice there is high increase in revenue in the month of what? The month of 7, May, June, July. Okay, that's July. Okay, there is decrease in the month of 11. It's November. Okay, you can see that there is high increase in this month, in the month of 7. So this is the visual monthly revenue trend. So visualization really helps stakeholders to understand the data set quickly. You notice that there is high purchase, high revenue trend here. Maybe the market, maybe here there is quick delivery and there is a good product available. So there is high revenue generation. But if you notice here, the revenue here starts dropping from this month of 8, 9, 10. So that is it. So from this our analysis, high revenue return indicates product issue, but delivery affects customer satisfaction. Poor delivery affects customer satisfaction, and discounts impacts profit. The higher the discount, the lower the revenue. So some region outperform others. So these are real business decision. So you just complete a real world data analysis project. This is exactly what company expect. So you just don't write code, you show a business solution. So this is the complete project workflow. So if you're enjoying the video, do well to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. So you can quickly write a documentation on this and create a slide and add it to your portfolio. So stay tuned and comment and subscribe to my video. Thank you so much.